Bama will now face Auburn next Saturday in the Iron Bowl on CBS.
Senior day for Clemson hosting Miami. Tigers clinched the ACC Atlantic Division title. Will face North Carolina in the ACC Championship game. Tigers have won 39 straight home games. Opening drive, DJ Uiagalelei, not a senior, but he's draft eligible in 2023. Finding a senior, Davis Allen, for the touchdown. Next Clemson drive. 8 yards for the score. Clemson up 14-0. His 6th rushing touchdown this season. Early second quarter, Clemson's got the ball back. DJ Uiagalelei, play action to another senior, Luke Price, wide open. Clemson up 21-0. That was Price's first catch of the season. The Price is right. Clemson in the first half, 228 total yards. Miami had 9. Wow, that's not good. That's the 5th fewest first half yards by a Power 5 team since 2012. First play of the 4th. DJ Uiagalelei gets hit by Akeem Mesidor. Play not ruled dead. Miami recovers. Jordan Miller takes it 26 yards, and that would lead to a Miami touchdown. Jafari Harvey thought the play was dead. Play to the whistle. Play to the whistle. 23 seconds left. Clemson up 33-10. The under is 47.5. This is for the over bettors. Over! Kobe Pace in for the touchdown, and the over hits. Clemson gets the win, 40-10. And they earn their 40th straight home win, 5th longest in the AP poll era. Last home loss was November of 2016. They've outscored Miami 178-30 in the last 4 meetings, winning all 4 of them. Clemson, 12th straight 10-win season, 9th perfect ACC season. They wrap up the regular season against rival South Carolina next week. Wild finish in Pasadena, USC, UCLA. UCLA down 3, and that seals the deal. Dorian Thompson-Robinson throws his 3rd pick of the game as USC and the defense shut the door, 48-45, their 18th interception this season. That leads FBS. Like, you think of USC and you're thinking, yeah, they got this high-scoring offense, they got Caleb Williams, they got Jordan Addison. Unfortunately, Travis Dye likely out for the rest of the season, but other guys stepped up on this night. We'll get to that in a moment. 48-45, hope you had the over. It was 77. I mean, that was never in doubt. And it's the defense that seals it for USC in a game where there was 93 points. 93! USC covers. Like, sometimes this stuff just falls into place. And the big story here for USC in year 1 under Lincoln Riley, this transfer portal team that has been built through the transfer portal, rises up and is the best team right now in the Pac-12. And with this win, they clinch a spot in the Pac-12 title game. Opponent to be determined. That title game, December 2nd in Las Vegas. And man, USC with a game. I mean, that was fun to watch. I mean, that was really fun to watch. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. The Every Given Saturday tour takes us to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, where we welcome in the host of the Late Kick, Josh Pate. Josh, what a game. First off, before we dive into the specifics, your reaction to what you witnessed there at the Rose Bowl.
It was Caleb Williams. It was the offense. You talked about Austin Jones there. Those guys knew that they were without one of their key players. They knew that they were going to have to put up a number probably well into the 40s. I think you and I talked about that, seems like 5 hours, 6 hours ago. They did it, and now we get to talk about a lot of things USC is doing that people thought maybe 2 years minimum down the road. No, it's happening this year.
Well, we have a live TV here, and sometimes you get some fans getting in there chirping at us. Hey, we talked about this pregame, right? Who's going to step in for Travis Dye? And it's Austin Jones, 21 carries, $120, 2 touchdowns, really the entire run game stepping up and trying to replace Travis Dye. Because we said you don't replace Travis Dye. It's going to be a group effort, and that's what USC did on this night, Josh.
I think they did, and I also think that stemmed a lot, Hakeem, early on from us seeing Caleb Williams just sling it all over the place. And keep in mind, they got into a 14-0 hole. And I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't start feeling really good about UCLA, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. And I think Chip Kelly understood once they got into rhythm, we were going to have to outmatch them. We were going to have to outscore them. They couldn't do that. And it's not because they didn't put up a valiant effort. It's just because, man, here's the takeaway, Hakeem. At the end of the day, Caleb Williams really just is that good. I mean, there's a lot more we could say. There's nothing more that needs to be said. Caleb Williams and this offense are just that good.
Yeah, throws for 470 yards, a couple touchdowns, does throw a pick, but it's the running game that gets it done for the Trojans. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, it was sort of a roller coaster, right? He throws 4 touchdowns, but also throws 3 picks, including the game-sealing one there at the end.
Yeah, and see, that's the pressure, even though Caleb Williams is not on the field, that Caleb Williams puts on the opposing offense. Everyone thinks about him stressing defenses, but when you know, I think they said on the broadcast even, when you know that if we punt, we lose, it puts a pressure on you where you start to try and make throws that otherwise in a game where you knew 20 or 24 or 28 would be good enough, you don't try and make. And Thompson-Robinson is a heck of a player, and they built up to this moment. I hate it for him because a lot of those guys built up to this moment, and then this is kind of how it ends. It's still a really good year for UCLA, but this is kind of how it ends for them. But it's not ending for USC anytime soon.
No, it's not. Caleb Williams, 3 total touchdowns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson had 6 total touchdowns, but 3 interceptions, and the costly one at the end as they were trying to drive and keep the game alive. Instead, USC wins this game and clinches a spot in the Pac-12 title game. What does this mean for Lincoln Riley here in year 1?
Well, I think it means that a new blueprint has been set. I mean, I think a lot of people cautiously across the country have been watching this. Can we really portal a team together and win early? ADs are watching it as well, keep in mind. A lot of people are about to make hires and wonder, can we do what Lincoln Riley did? So whether he likes it or not, whether he was looking to do it or not, he's kind of casting a new blueprint for what the future of college football could be with new hires, Hakeem. And this thing has exploded really, really quickly.
Yeah, and when you talk about this team, we like to talk about the offense. But Josh, 18 interceptions for this Trojans defense. That leads FBS. Fight on indeed for the Trojans D.
Yeah, and it's kind of the style they've had to play this year. They know they're not impenetrable by any stretch of the imagination, but because they know they're not really going to shut you down, they can't afford to take risk. If you're going to score on us, if you're going to throw the ball on us, at least we're going to try and pick it off. And they've done that, and they forced turnovers. You saw it tonight. I mean, tonight really was a hallmark of what they've done all year long. You got Caleb Williams throwing for 1,000,000 yards. You got the defense forcing turnovers. That's the formula. That's the blueprint. It's worked all year.
Monster win for USC as they clinch a spot in the Pac-12 championship game. The kids love it. They love Josh. First win against an AP top 5 team since 2019. 63-38. Their most points. It's incredible. That's the most points by an unranked team versus an AP top 5 opponent in the poll era since 1936. Unranked South Carolina, plus 950, a dog, upsets Tennessee. This is why we watch. Rattler, 30-37, 438, 6 touchdowns, career high. For Tennessee, a terrible night. Hendon Hooker gets injured, and the Vols get upset, and their CFP hopes shattered. So what a night for Spencer Rattler. Have a day kid indeed. 30 of 37, 438 yards, 6 touchdowns. First career game. He's never had this game before. I mean, career high in passing yards, career high in touchdowns, did not have an interception, and the Gamecocks cocky on this night. Coverage continues here. Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel at the podium here on HQ.
Obviously, extremely disappointed with the performance and the outcome of the football game, and it's everybody involved. So from myself to our assistant coaches to our players, had an opportunity here and didn't take advantage of it, didn't play well. Credit to South Carolina. They did play well, but just disappointing that we didn't perform better. So with that, I'll open it up.
David? Josh, the defensive effort, the passing yards, the 3rd and 4th down conversions, did you sense that?
No, they got big, strong, physical wide outside on the outside. I felt like we would have an opportunity to match up out there. And, we played man, we played zone. Tim tried to find an answer to it, and at the end of the day, we didn't. The run game early in the football game in particular, hit us with a little bit of the wildcat, but we anticipated some of those things. The power read got us a couple times early, but at the end of the day, we didn't defend anything the way that you need to, and you can't play in this league that way.